Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Ronald Richardson.
I'm Dr. Reginald Richardson.
And we serve as your co-principals here at San Leandro High School, also known as the Twincipals. We want to welcome you all to our high school today, and we look forward to leading Superintendent Torlakson on our tour of our school to share with them all the great things happening for our students here shortly after today's event. Now, we definitely want to introduce our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Rosanna Massetti.
Thank you all for joining us here today. I am Rosanna Massetti, the Deputy Superintendent of the San Leandro Unified School District, and I oversee the educational services for the district. We are honored today to host this event for the California Department of Education. For those of you here today who are unfamiliar with the San Leandro Unified School District, I'd like to just take a few moments to tell you about some of the innovative strategic initiatives that we've been working on and how that's transferred to the progress of our own CASP results here at San Leandro High School and across the other schools in our district. For us, these strategic initiatives are all nested in our local control accountability plan that is aligned to our organization's strategic plan. First and foremost, we believe that the quality of the staff that serve our students every day is key to making a difference in their educational pathway. Thus, we've put forth a lot of effort recently in employee engagement. We firmly believe that in order to attain transformational results for our students, we need to attract, retain, and develop the best and the brightest classroom teachers, administrators, and support staff. That's why when we today analyze and reflect what's contributing to our growth here at San Leandro High School and at all our other schools across the organization, we come to appreciate our newfound focus on innovative, high-quality professional learning experiences and improved compensation for our teachers and all of our staff. Since teachers and school site staff are the ones that make the most direct impact on student learning, we need to continue to be sure to invest in them as lifelong learners and professionals, and that needs to remain a priority here in our district. Our administrators, our teachers, and our support staff here at San Leandro High School are benefiting from that every day. Secondly, and this is one of the most important investments over the last 3 years, we've completely upgraded our technology infrastructure and are spending a great deal of time, resources, and energy on integrating technology appropriately and effectively in all of our classrooms across all our buildings. 3 years ago, our student-to-device ratio was 1 device to almost 40 students, and this school year, we will be at a 1-to-1 ratio and have completed a project in which all of our schools are now connected to our city's fiber optic loop. I cannot stress enough what an important accomplishment and milestone this is for our district and how it will support more effective teaching, learning, and monitoring of student progress in the near future. This strong focus both on employee engagement and technology has prepared the district's landscape for a variety of other instructional initiatives coming out of Educational Services Division that we believe will close the opportunity gap for all of our students over time. Some of those instructional reform initiatives include the implementation of a comprehensive new Common Core aligned assessment system, Common Core aligned curriculum in both mathematics and English language arts, instructional technology tools to personalize and to enhance learning for our students, innovative pedagogy like project-based learning, and here at our high school, focused efforts on building career pathways, a more robust career technical education program, and work-based learning experiences that do 2 things for our students. Number 1, they bring the real world to the classroom for them, and they increase their college and career readiness. Thank you. As the Deputy of Educational Services today, allow me the time to share our enthusiasm and commitment to these efforts being implemented here in San Leandro. At the high school and all of our schools across the district, we promise to continue our hard work and strategic focus on behalf of our students and families because they undoubtedly deserve it. With that, it's an honor and a pleasure to introduce the most instrumental leader in this very important work on behalf of our students and families, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mike McLaughlin.
Thank you very much. It is an honor today to host the State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tom Torlakson. Welcome to San Leandro. Here in San Leandro, we believe that change is a process. It is not an event. This process started with the design of a focused strategic action plan by all of our stakeholders. Those stakeholders are our school leaders, our school board, our staff, our students, community members, and of course, our parents in San Leandro. The accomplishments of our strategic action plan are displayed in our copy of our State of the District that we distribute to every resident in San Leandro. Our strategic action plan played a critical part in the design and implementation of our local accountability plan. Here in San Leandro Unified School District, we embraced the LCAP process and its ability to truly address the needs and goals of our community here in San Leandro. I want to thank Tom for his strong support of that LCAP process and its intent to address those individual needs of our school district. Thank you, Tom. Because of our intense focus, we are not surprised with the growth in these scores. With that being said, we have a long way to go to reach our goal of providing the excellence in education that all San Leandro children need and deserve. To reach that level of excellence, we will continue to ask for the same commitment from all of our stakeholders. Some of those stakeholders are on our stage today, and I want to thank them. I personally want to thank our union leadership that is here on stage for their partnership over the last 3 years. They were a crucial piece. I also want to thank some of our parent leaders who are also on our stage for their dedication and commitment to working with the school district, and they're on the stage. I also want to acknowledge my staff, the entire staff that's in this building today and throughout the San Leandro Unified School District. You have stayed through this change process. You have kept an open mind, you have stayed positive, and that's what we need as we make changes and we move forward so we can provide that excellence in education for all these children. So I thank you for staying with us and keeping this train moving forward. Congratulations. To finish, I want to thank the San Leandro Unified School Board members themselves. The school boards play a crucial part in the success of a school district, and we could not have come this far without their leadership and support through every step of this process. So congratulations, school board, and thank you again for your support and leadership. And I also want to acknowledge Alameda County Office of Ed and Karen Monroe for her support at a county level to make sure that we have all the needs at our district that they can provide. Thank you, Karen Monroe. With that, I would like to bring up our president of the San Leandro School District, Vince Jerome Rosado.
Thank you, Dr. McLaughlin. As president of the San Leandro Unified School District Board of Governors, I'm happy to have the opportunity to speak with you today. Several years ago, we worked with Dr. McLaughlin to develop a strategic plan with the input from all our constituencies. That plan drives everything in the district. The third year of our strategic plan just finished, and I am pleased to report great progress was made on all 5 of our focus goals. Those same goals fortified our local control accountability plan, and improvements abound around and throughout the district. We haven't seen the last of that progress. You know, the decisions we make as a school board direct and support the whole district. And just as the local control funding formula rubrics that are coming out, we are not asked to be perfect, and we certainly are not perfect. But we do follow a growth pattern. We are improving, and we learn from our missteps, but we are poised, to quote a Finding Dory idiom, to keep on swimming. Some of our proudest efforts as a board since elected as a trustee in 2012 include: 1, hiring an effective superintendent under whose leadership a cabinet with a similar vision and wisdom makes us a rebranded district on the move. 2, developing better and more respectful relationships, communications, and collaborations with our unions and the entire community of San Leandro. And 3, approaching goal setting, decision making, and district funding more transparently and more inclusively, focused on local control and accountability to promote student successes both academically and social-emotionally. We'll keep on swimming with your continued support as we gear up for our next 3-year strategic plan. The cohesion we have as a school board and our ability to work productively with Dr. McLaughlin are reasons we've been able to make measurable, tangible progress in San Leandro Unified School District. Our unions are essential partners, and without them we wouldn't be celebrating here today. We have a positive working relationship with all of them. With that being said, I'm happy to introduce a CTA colleague, John Schur, a longtime social studies teacher here at San Leandro High School and president of the San Leandro Teachers Association. Please welcome John.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank Superintendent Torlakson for highlighting the progress that we are making here in San Leandro. I think it's really important. And I would also like to acknowledge the members of all our employee unions, the SLTA, the CSEA, the Teamsters and Trades, who all work very hard to support our kids. They must all share in the successes we have here in San Leandro. It's really a team effort. So our teachers, and I'm speaking for our teachers, are gratified that our CASP results are moving in the right direction. And we are proud to be able to participate in this event. But it's no secret that many teachers, including myself, are conflicted by the over-reliance on test scores for rating the quality of education our students receive. We're so much more than test scores. Nonetheless, these results show gains almost across all grades and groups and reflect the fundamental changes in San Leandro which have occurred over the past several years. Under the leadership of Superintendent McLaughlin and Deputy Superintendent Massetti, the district has used the LCAP process to engage teachers, support staff, and the community in thinking about the specific needs of our students in our district. The Teachers Union has worked collaboratively with the district on the LCAP and on a number of innovative programs that have improved curricular support and working conditions for teachers. And as a result, and at the same time, have improved the quality of education our students receive. So we're pleased the SBAC, or the CASP scores, show improvement in the district, a new term. This reflects an overall improvement of our working conditions as teachers, but much work remains to be done, and our dedicated teachers are eager to continue this work. Thank you very much, and I'd like to bring Dr. McLaughlin back onto this. Thank you.
As elected chief of schools of all of California, Tom Torlakson oversees the education of nearly 6.3 million children attending over 10,000 schools in 1,100 districts across the state. He began his career as a science teacher and a high school cross-country coach, his teams winning 12 championships before going on to be elected to the Antioch City Council, Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors, and the California State Assembly and Senate. In the legislature, he led successful efforts to improve student health, cut the dropout rate, and develop the largest system of after-school programs in the nation. Tom Torlakson served as an acting governor for 3 days this summer, the first time a state superintendent assumed the role. How'd that go, Tom?
Swimmingly well.
Swimmingly well. You should have released those rainy day funds for us. Tom was born in San Francisco. He served as a fireman in the United States Merchant Marines, earning the Vietnam Service Medal in 1969. He went on to get his bachelor's and master's degree at the University of California, Berkeley. It is my pleasure. As a proud USC Trojan, I present to you Tom Torlakson.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Dr. McLaughlin, and you're almost perfect. But yes, go Bears and go Pirates. How many Pirates in the house? So delighted to be here, and thank you for all you're doing and sharing what you're doing. We're here, you know, out of 1,100 school districts and 10,000 schools. We're here at San Leandro District. We're here at San Leandro High School because of the exemplary work, the great teamwork that you've accomplished and you've laid a strong foundation for, and that you're continuing to nurture and grow in strong team partnerships. And so I can't thank you enough for what you're doing, and that's why we're here, to share some good news, but also to say that San Leandro High School and Mr. Richardson, Reggie and Ronald, you know, they're doing their part in terms of strong leadership and just an inspiring, positive energy team. Just meeting your staff here this afternoon and knowing some of you from previous work in the community, thank you for the leadership, the passion, and the dedication to our students' brighter future. And want to say again, you have an outstanding team that's put together this state of the district and your strategic plan, an outstanding effort, your LCAP efforts involving the community, involving your union family, your union partners is so critical. John Shear, thanks for your leadership with the teachers and all the classified and CSEA and other labor that's here. I know that's part of the strong team. And thanks also to others here, that you have a team between the city and the school district, which is also not rare, but it should happen more often, to have the kind of relationship you have with the city of San Leandro. I know Jim Prola for many years and Diane Prola for many years, so you have some good connections. And the mayor's here, Mayor Cutter, thank you for joining us. Where's the mayor? Right there. Thank you. And again, a great friend, we have a close working relationship. Karen Monroe, your county superintendent of education, running this county school board here in Alameda County. Just let's hear it for Karen. Thank you. Thank you. So, as a cross-country and track coach for many years, and just as a teacher, I use the team theme a lot, the power of team, and we know what that spells, right? Spell the 4 letters out, T-E-A-M. And what's that stand for? Together, everyone accomplishes more. And that's what you exemplify here in the kind of teamwork that you're referring to. And just this building, just this great education center, this arts education center is a fabulous testimony to bringing the community together to support this, to support different measures, dedication of funds to create this wonderful space. And from what I hear from Reggie and Ronald, the magical things occur here, from choir and band and jazz to performing arts and drama. And so for anybody have a little bit of a role in helping with this center? Just, if so, raise your hand and let's, thank you. Thank you. So we're here today to talk about scores, and I'll be one to underscore the point that test scores aren't the end-all and not the only. They're one indicator. We are moving in California towards a new system. I've been leading and working with the State Board of Education, leading towards a new system of accountability and continuous improvement that measures growth, progress, not just a static target that everybody has to arbitrarily meet. And we're doing it and looking at multiple measures, and test scores are one indicator, and especially the new type of computer adaptive test system that we've developed, that we've now had 3 runs at. It's very helpful. It's diagnostic. It helps teachers know how to curtail their strategies, how to shape their strategies to meet the needs of students individually, in cohorts on their schools, and in school districts. And so we will be also looking in the new system of accountability at multiple measures, including attendance, including climate, school climate, including dropout rate, including graduation, college going rate. So there'll be a variety of ways that we measure success. But certainly these new test scores, and this is the first year we have a real comparison to a base year, we can see where progress is needed in certain areas, and we can then focus resources and new strategies to accomplish that. So we are using a new assessment system because, why? Because we have new standards. We have new world-class standards. They're higher standards. They're more rigorous standards. They're aimed at having our students be better prepared. We want all of our students prepared for a career in college and to be ready for the fierce global competition that's out there and the demands and challenges of a highly technological society where there's a lot of great jobs out there, and we'd like to see our high school graduates fill those jobs. And so the computer adaptive testing, you know how it works. I won't go into a lot of detail. Some of the press may have questions afterwards, but it's computer adaptive so we can know if a student is answering all the questions fairly easily and getting all the right answers, that maybe they need more challenging work, and the computer gives them more challenging questions. If, on the other hand, they're getting all the questions wrong, they're not getting it, the answers aren't right, then the test can go down to find a level where they are proficient, where they are ready to build and move forward. And we can use that information. And we can also look at data across schools within a district, and you'll be doing that, I'm sure. You've already started doing that, and across districts around the state, and to look at promising strategies, like you have here, student engagement strategies that have students wanting to come to school, seeing the relevance of their learning, being able to dream big, aim high, look out into their future and begin to shape, begin to think of who they would want to be and get the confidence to work hard to get there. And so we very much say that the increase in test scores is due to a number of factors. Key among those, again, is the new standards, the new place we're aiming to get that together for our students. And it also comes from looking at the resources. We have budget support. We have great support that came with the economy recovering, but then the voters also said, let's invest. Let's invest in our schools and our youth and our future. And they said, let's pass Prop 30. And so some of you may know there's a replacement. I'm here to say, I personally can say I'm in favor of the replacement. That $8 billion a year has been so helpful. I think smaller class sizes has been part of why students are more excited to come to school and feel more competent and confident in their work. I think the fact that we have art, music, drama, and dance coming back, civics coming back, we have more science equipment, more science labs, more technology, more 3D printers, and by the way, incredible progress in this district going from 1 to 40 on computer capacity to 1 to 1. So let's hear it for that goal being met. The results, which we'll officially share in just a moment more, also I think are driven by a number of factors, and we can't pinpoint, is there one silver bullet, is there one overall strategy? It's a variety of things that you've deployed here, invested in, and built staff capacity to provide. But I think local control funding formula is key, and it shifted billions of dollars of resources to schools where there's a high number of students in poverty or high number of English learners and a high number of foster kids. And we've invested $1.25 billion through an effort I led and education stakeholders led a few years back. We got $1.25 billion for professional development so our teachers could teach to the new ability, the new learning style and approach, which includes critical thinking, problem solving, bringing evidence to bear around your hypotheses, your arguments, being able to think on your feet, work in teams. These are the kind of directions, not so much reliance on multiple tests, multiple choice tests, or random memorization of facts and figures, but really thinking skills. And so those are measured here. And that's part of bringing our students into the 21st century and providing them. The other thing I would say that's attracting across the state, high results resulting from the investment. 5 years ago, our graduation rate statewide was 74%. It's now up to 82%, highest ever been, right? That's good. When you look at career technical education courses, we're seeing much higher percentages, 90%, 95%, 98% graduation rate, success rate for students. So they get excited about their future, again, connecting learning to the real world, to the economy, to future jobs they would like to hold themselves and be part of creating. And so with that background, a number of factors are combining. More research is needed, I think, to figure out what of the ingredients of success work the best. But we know models here, like you have in career technical education, your 3 academies, your numerous pathways, bringing back not only auto shop, wood shop, metal shop, but bringing back wonderful programs that include pathways in public service and law, digital media arts, advanced manufacturing pathway, just to name a few of the wonderful things you're doing here. It really motivates students. So what are the numbers? What do the numbers mean? And this means I'm supposed to flip the chart, I think. Okay. Maybe, Bill, you want, oh, Michael will help.
There we
Okay.
go.
There we go. Aha, they even have a ruler for pointing. Thank you, doctor. So, 44%, this is 44% meeting the new standards or exceeding the new standards. 44%, a jump of 5% in English language arts to a total of 49%. But this is a new system, so I want to say that we know as you break in a new system, you're going to start low and build on it. But this is a remarkable gain for the first year's comparison. I can do this one, I think.
You sure?
Now that I've seen a good demo from Superintendent McLaughlin. So mathematics, you can also see the test base years across the board, and you can see the increases, 6% in the 3rd grade. The good news is across every grade level and across every subgroup of students, there's been progress. The statewide average is 5% increase in English language arts, and the statewide average for mathematics is 4%. So a couple other points about where San Leandro fits in the picture and fits in very well. Again, I said state English language arts is 5%, math is 4%. The district is 5%, exactly matching the state percentage increase. A little bit smaller increase, 3% for the math. And this school had an 8% increase in English language arts and 4% in mathematics. Congratulations. Congratulations. That takes a lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of professional development, a lot of skill preparation. And then another issue that's one I hold near and dear, we need to close the achievement gap. And we don't see a great closing of the gap yet. We see sort of all boats rise, all student scores up, all subgroups, all grade levels, scores went up. But we want to get better at closing the gap, the achievement gap. And in that regard, there's some lessons to be learned right here at San Leandro High School and in this district. For African Americans, English language arts weren't 5%, they were 10% increase. Double the statewide average increase for African American students. And for English language arts for Latino students, it was up 8%, 3% above the state average. Good things are going on at San Leandro High School and district, and again, congratulations to the wonderful team you have. I'd be looking forward to answering your questions. I know Mr. Richardson and Mr. Richardson are available to answer detailed questions about some of the things going on right here in this campus. As your school board president, thank you again, Vince, for your leadership, and Dr. Michael McLaughlin, thank you for your leadership. I'd be glad to answer questions that we may have from the press. This is a sign of significant progress. We have momentum. As a track coach, I can say we're on the right track. But we have a long journey to go, a long way to go to get to where we want to be, but we're moving together in the right direction. We must continue to invest, and we have a chance to do some of that investment in the November ballot, and some of it just right here at home as you work with your teachers and your faculty and your administrative staff to see how best to invest. And we want to borrow pages out of your book so that we can take what you're doing successfully here and bring it to other schools throughout the state of California. Thank you. So if the press first has any questions, I did a press conference 9 o'clock in Los Angeles at Eagle Rock Elementary School. Came here especially because of the great news that came from San Leandro. I'm flying back to LA for meetings tonight, and I'm hopping all the time, but this has been delightful to come here and again see firsthand, hear firsthand the stories of success. Thank you for that question. One of the things that we want to do is collect best practices. So we know that you have some best practices here, and again, Reggie and Ronald will tell you some of the magic that is going on here, but we have a concerted effort to collect best practices. I have an Office of Standards Implementation. We're looking around the state at the best strategies also for helping English learners succeed, and what programs, what pedagogy, what curricular materials work best to help. And there's obviously different types of English learners, and maybe 4 or 5 different subcategories of those who just arrived, those who've been second generation, third generation. How do we help them? So yes, it's collecting best practices and sharing. Are you willing to share? You're not going to keep this all to yourselves, are you? All right. I think the superintendent wants to share. And I want you to share. Great. Good question. Anything else? Great. May I ask Mr. Richardson, if they would comment a little bit? Where are they? Right there. Just I had the pleasure of meeting them. My daughter and my grandsons live in Oakland, and they were right next to Claremont School, where the two excellent principals worked until they were stolen away to come here. Thank you. Sure. Reggie and Ronald.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
It's so many amazing things going here. Now, anyone have any questions before I start? Because we have a phenomenal staff out there that can come on stage and tell it all as well. But one of the things, focusing on access. You know, we talk about the 21st century learning skills and ensuring that all classes reflect that, but the best practices, I want to definitely quote Tom, the best practices that our staff share, and it's a tight-knit family. It's a family here, and we know it's a sense of urgency in making sure that all students have equal access to opportunities and also to graduation and A to G requirements and having, college and career readiness at the forefront, but definitely creating those pathways towards success. So the best practices, I would say, is really what we want to highlight. And definitely our teachers are leaders. Our teachers lead. Our teachers teach us on how to be better leaders, but also around how do you ensure that all students have access. So I really want to give our teaching staff and our pairs as well, our classified staff, a round of applause because they do a phenomenal job.
And I also would like to add is looking at students as individuals, see them as the whole student. And our district leaders, ourselves as administration and our teachers, as focusing on who we are and how we educate our students and identifying the specific needs of our students and really making sure that we're analyzing, using the data to drive our instruction and to improve our instruction to support each and every student. And our district leaders and our school does an excellent job on doing that as well.
Tag team, huh? Oh, it's my turn. I also want to highlight just every staff member here works hard in regards. We talk about global competency, cultural competency, really understanding the whole child, the academic success and social and emotional success. So that holistic approach and really working with our pre-K programs, transitional K, but kindergarten through 12th grade, that our elementaries, middle schools, and high schools, we're beginning to collaborate more.
because it's the whole child, and it starts in preschool. So I'm proud to stand here as a leader and educator in this district, because we're focusing on coming together as a whole district. You know, it's not just the elementary or middle school or high school's fault. We don't point fingers. We come together as a team. I love team. Yeah, we're a team. You know, together we achieve. You know, so so many things I can stand here up. I know you have a flight, so we're known to be long-winded, so we're practicing that. So if you have any direct questions for us, our phenomenal teachers who can come up here, and our admin team as well can answer any question as well. So I think everybody having a shared vision, you know, this is a shared vision. So and our mission, what we're gonna succeed. I know our students are gonna do well. So it's an honor to stand here to show that our students are succeeding here in San Leandro, and definitely we want to be that beacon of light for not only California but for our whole country. And so thank you. They gave me the hook.
That wasn't me who gave you the hook. That was your brother. So thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Reggie, and thank you all. And again, just seriously, that these numbers represent progress. They're not the end all, but they are indicators. It's a new system that's far superior to the old rote memorization system, the CSTs and the STAR test. And I think it shows a pathway with the kind of excellence that Reggie and Ronald just spoke of, that your superintendent and teacher leaders spoke of. We have much to share, and we need to continue to invest. Do any of us want to go back to the devastating days of the cuts? We want to keep building and taking the excellence and the kind of leadership here and share that with other districts in Alameda County in the Bay Area and across the state of California. So I say, are you ready to invest in the future of our school system? Yes? Yes. You'll make the right. Thank you. And go Pirates. Go Pirates. Thank you. I can stay for a little bit, yes.
So if we want to adjourn into the foyer, Tom Torlakson will be out there, and then he will go on a tour. Thank you very much for attending, and again, congratulations, everybody. Let's keep this going.